Hello. Hello. We suck. Ugh. Oh my god, we suck. Already down 7. Game just started. Ugh. Hey, Torn. Hello. Hey, 98. Hey, Lord Bacon. I already need a drink. Hold on a second. I already need a drink. Ugh. Ugh. This is gonna suck. My god. Come on. Dak. Damn it. And just like that, it's third down. Third and 6. Mm-hmm. Come on. Come on. Hold on. There we go. Woo! Oh god, you're right. I probably should have the heart rate monitor. All right, hold on. Let me put that on. uh, oh god, no. Ah, great. Offset penalty. Oh, well, there you go. Well, at least we got first down. Come on. Come on. There we go. CD Lamb. All right. Awesome. Woo! Come on. All right. Next first down. We got it. We got to score. We got to respond. All right. I'm listening. The broadcast is on my TV over there, and I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it right now. I don't have the means of being able to watch it directly from my PC, unfortunately. Come on! Yes! There we go. Zathale, I cannot broadcast the game. YouTube and the NFL, like YouTube will strike me down, and the NFL will send a hit squad after me. I'm trying to see what I can play in the meantime. So there's at least something to watch. Damn it! The hold. Damn it. Are the Cowboys winning it all this year? I don't know. I don't trust the Cowboys. I can't trust the Cowboys. They burned me so many times that I can't do it. Come on! Come on! Damn it! Zach. Terrible. I have a Dez Bryant jersey. That's how much I trusted it. That's how much I loved Dez, but we never got anywhere with him, unfortunately. He was a good player. Um, uh, Frustrating. Shut up, Ron. I see you in kick. My problem is that the Cowboys have all continually disappoint me with whenever they have a good season like this, where it's an 11, 10, 11. Well, I guess, okay. No, I don't care. No, no. Are you okay? Anyway, uh, anyway, Ron, shut up. Hate you. We're gonna suck. Damn it. Ay, Dios mío. Man, come on. Ay, Dios mío. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Mm. All right, see you later. Oh, yo, Mio, come on. Wow, really? Really? Damn it. We're not doing good right now. Oh. Yeah. Son of a bit. What are the rules of the game? Oh god, that's right. Woodwork, you're out of the country, aren't you? You're not American. Okay. I'm gonna try and do my best here. Right now I'm playing Modern Warfare 3, but it's not showing up on the screen. Hold on. I have to fix it. Wow. Damn it. All right, so hold on. Let me finish this game of Modern Warfare and I'll get right to it. All right. At least this match. Man. Ah. Damn it. We're almost done. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. Really? Ah. All right, we're done. All right, so NCT, two teams, the field with coin decide the winner of the kick received. Kicking team will kick the ball retreating to the side. Receiving team recovers the ball, tries to run as far as they can to the other defense's side as the defense tries to physically attack them. Whenever they're brought down, that becomes the line of scrimmage, and the offensive team loops up there. To add on to what NCT has already been saying, each team gets 4 downs, and the goal is to try and get a first down. A first down is when you move 10 yards up the field. So you have 4 tries to get up the field to 10 yards. When that happens, the game resets, the number of downs resets, and you have first down again. You are I should have said at least 10 yards. Sorry. At least you have to, if you get at least 10 yards or more, then you get to reset the downs and get a first down again. A new set of downs. That's what they're called. The goal, once you get to the other team's side, that's what once you go to the other team's side, it's called a touchdown. A touchdown gets you 6 points. From there, the team that scored has the option of either kicking an extra point, in which the ball is set at the 25-yard line, and the kicker if the kicker kicks the ball through the uprights, in between the uprights, they get an extra point, or they can go for what's called a 2-point conversion, in which they have 1 down at was it at the 5 as the 10-yard line, is it? To throw a pass or run the ball into the end zone again, and that would get them 2 points. If the team is unable to get to the end zone, which is what the other side is called, if they feel that it's close enough, they can do what's called a field goal, in which the kicker of the team tries to kick a ball from the line of scrimmage to try and get it through the uprights. If they do, then that's 3 points. The game is 4 quarters of 15 minutes each. What? Ah, fuck. Damn it! And so the Cowboys just committed what's called a roughing the kicker. If the team is unable to get get the down, usually at third down, or excuse me, at fourth down, if the team is too far away for them to feel like they could do a field goal, they punt the ball, which is a kick to the other team. But the problem is that when the punter punts the ball, if the receiving team does what's called roughing the kicker, which is they do an improper tackle or hit on the punting on a punter, they can get a penalty, and that can give them the kicking team a new set of downs, which is what happened here. I hate life. Oh, damn it. I might have to end up having to end the stream early. I don't know if I can do this. I don't need you guys to see me act a certain way, okay? Yeah, can I hold on. Studio. Um where was it that I am watching the game. Shut up, Mike. Yeah, I bet it is, Riku. I don't know. I don't know what was going to happen. We need look. The Cowboys already made the playoffs. The Cowboys clinched the playoff spot by doing absolutely nothing because the Packers and the Bucks both lost. The Cowboys have clinched a playoff spot, but we need to have the 1 seed. If not the 1 seed, we need the 2 seed. Come on! No! Damn it! Why? I don't know why I do this. I don't know why I do this. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I watch these games? I mean, this is causing me pain. Damn it! Look at the score. Yeah! God damn it! I knew it! Fuck it. We're done. I'm done. I knew it. We're done. We're done. I knew it. I fucking knew. I knew it. Knew it. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Well, let's watch some. Let's watch some stupid videos about, huh? Let's watch some stupid ass videos. Why not? It's gonna cause me less pain right now. Let's watch some stupid videos. What's a Tozy been up to? I heard there's an update on that jackass. On this jackass.
Let me go.
Oh, I have to lower the volume of the game because I don't need more pain in the background right now. Needs to stop. God. Hate this. Shut up, Mike. I swear to
You're making
Mike.
an example out of this. This is never getting out, bro. They told me to take his clothes.
That's the friend who was filming the IRL streamer that ruined his life in Japan by disrespecting the culture for attention on the internet. This streamer spent roughly 1 month testing the limits of Japan for content until he was scared out of Japan and fled for a month. But then his views went downhill massively, and clearly he was desperate to get his numbers back up. So he made the dumbest decision of his life and returned to Japan with the friend that we just saw. And that friend becomes very relevant in today's story because once they arrived in Japan, they went right back to testing the limits of the Japanese social norms and law. And unfortunately for them, because of how disrespectful they were, the police were building a massive case against them. And because they live streamed every single crime they committed, that made it very easy for police to compile everything against them. So both of these guys ended up getting arrested. Johnny's now facing years in a prison work camp where he has to potentially work to pay off the victims affected by his actions. And his friend was facing a similar but weaker sentence until suddenly he's out of jail. But he's still in Japan and live streaming, and he believes his friend is going to spend a long time behind bars, which raises a lot of questions because one would think if he's out of jail, wouldn't he be thrown out of Japan? Unless maybe he's testifying against his friend in the upcoming court case. Who knows though? That's all speculation. But this is how he opens up the first live stream about the situation Johnny and him got into after being released from jail.
Let's just say it's not good.
He then says his side of the story.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Yeah,
the police called me.
It's not good.
They had my phone number somehow. And they're like, yo, we need you to come down to the station for questioning. I'm like, okay, chat, I should be fine, right? They only want me for questioning. They're not going to arrest me, right?
You are an idiot.
Me being a dumbass. I said, okay, so let me go ahead to the station. And that's when y'all had seen me start up my stream. I started up my stream and I went outside. And I was finna head to the station. Yes, I went like a
am I gonna Hulk this Cowboys sweatshirt? Probably. I'm actually roasting in this shirt right now. I'm really hot.
Police might be watching.
Dude, the police are watching. This is still an active investigation. The trial hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, so they called me up. I went out the hotel and I started walking towards the police station. There's 3 waiting outside. They're not in police outfit. They're in like normal outfits.
And then we had the clip that we covered in my last video on the situation of him being arrested. But then he gives us some information about Johnny.
Okay. I am not going to strip for you guys on stream. Those it's only Twitch that's updated their content policy, not YouTube. So calm down.
It's no joke, bro. I can't imagine what Johnny Somali is going through right now. I can't imagine what this is going through. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my God, bro. But I can't imagine what he's stuck in there for so long.
Johnny successfully played himself. He made an entire country hate him while broadcasting himself committing crimes over and over again in this country while saying nothing's gonna happen. Dude, of course they're gonna throw the book at you. The dude literally asked for it, and here we are.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Every night I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, these Japanese trying to teach us a lesson. These trying to put us away for life. These is not trying to let us go.
when you realize your actions actually have consequences. But then he explains how prison's like there.
As y'all know, in the Japanese system, they have investigators coming every
I said
single
I'm not.
day
What?
investigating you.
I said I'm not going to do that. Why do you guys think I am? What is wrong with you?
Around 5-ish to 8-ish hours a day. You get investigated every single day. So y'all can understand how you're getting investigated every single day. You're sleeping on a little thin tatami mat. The tatami mat is probably this thick. You're eating obento boxes.
Welcome to Japan, buddy.
I mean, a little bit of y'all know, somebody probably knows what a bento box is. But a bento box is something like this. It's like a box, it's a food, and it's cold food. It's cold little portion of food built for Asian. Americans don't get full off that.
So the question they should be asking themselves is, was all of this worth the views and attention? But he's still in complete denial.
We're going to see what we could have did differently here.
How about you don't trespass? It's not rocket science. Well, let's see the case he makes for himself.
What's up? He's going into the warehouse.
Why?
Now this is wild. I'm
Why?
Just a cameraman right here. Let me pause it right there. I'm just a cameraman. Y'all hear what I just said, right? I'm just a cameraman. I didn't do nothing wrong here.
You're trespassing with him. You are walking with him onto the construction site. You stupid mother. I'll be right back.
Didn't do shit wrong.
Dude, even though you're the cameraman, you're still trespassing. What kind of excuse is this? You can't be an accomplice of a crime and get away without repercussions because you are filming? This just goes to show you that in Johnny's case, if you put garbage energy out in the world will surround you with garbage. It really doesn't seem like his friends are his friends. Because imagine facing like multiple years of a prison work camp and your friends are laughing at you. That's very telling of the people he surrounded himself with.
You just admitted that Johnny is guilty. Johnny's already indicted. I don't think you know already. But if Johnny wasn't indicted, he would already be out of jail right now. So there's a 90% chance that Johnny got indicted for that. And that means he'll be in jail for at least another 2 months. That's not funny. Oh, now y'all gonna start calling me a rat. Y'all gonna start calling me a rat. All right, bro.
Oh boy, well, F in chat for Johnny. I mean, he made his own bed, and it seems like he's gonna be in there for some time.
The first day I got out of jail, I thought Johnny was gonna be getting out of jail as well. Believe it or not, I thought Johnny was gonna be getting out of jail with me, but that wasn't the case. I got first, you know what I'm saying, first day out, I got out of jail, and then Johnny, I asked the investigator, I'm like, yo, can you tell me if Johnny's going to be getting out today as well? And they're like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to be doing some time.
And Johnny's friend is clearly not happy with Johnny either.
Chat, y'all don't understand. Because of Johnny, I had to do an extra 23 days in jail. That's a lot of time, bro. But yeah, after they told me Johnny was going to be still in jail, they told me,
Protronica, please. I love you, but please do not update me on the scores. I will put you guys in timeout, and I will tell my mods to put you in timeout if you give me score updates. Unless I explicitly ask for it. I'm actually really triggered. I'm really triggered about the game so far.
To take Johnny's Bro, can y'all believe how ridiculous the police is here? They told me to take Johnny's stuff. Like, what the? They told me to take his bags. Bro, I had 4 or 5 bags on me when I left the jail. Bro, I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with this system here. Because this is not okay. Bro, they told me to that's what I'm saying. It's over for this. If they told me to take his clothes, this is never getting out of jail, bro. They're making an example out of this chat. This is never getting out, bro. They told me to take this clothes, bro. He's never getting out of jail.
I would assume that means he's not getting out anytime soon. I've never heard of that before where someone else actually takes your stuff. I thought you picked that up when you got out of jail. If you are Japanese, let me know in the comments if that's a common practice there. Do I sympathize with them though? No, I don't. This style of content should not be accepted. And it seems like Japan's now gonna throw the book at him.
Are you still in Japan? I cannot disclose that right now. I'm sorry, chat, but it's still hot right now, chat. I cannot answer that question if I am still in Japan or not.
I don't know. It might seem like this guy's going to be a witness in the Johnny Somali trial. Who knows, though?
Probably.
This is all speculation.
I'm 100%. I am about 80% positive that the reason why this guy isn't out, the reason why this guy's out is because he flipped and he's testifying against Johnny. I am about 85% sure he's a snitch. Which, I mean, I would be if I was in a situation, but yeah, that's why.
Chat, you gotta realize, bro, we're getting
I should open a battlefield
every single day, 3-4 times a day. It was bound to happen, bro. One of us was bound to get arrested. Johnny had it coming, bro. Chat, you cannot lie. Johnny had this coming. He was getting pressed by cops every single day, bro.
But it seems like Japan actually taught him a lesson.
God, I don't want to say this, bro. I really don't want to say this, but I want to be honest with you guys. As far as IRL goes, chat, I am making my statement today. I will no longer be streaming IRL in Japan.
He also gives some sort of
hey, maybe the system worked
here.
But if you guys knew how hard the police were on my, how many videos they had of me and Johnny, how many...
No ish, Sherlock. No ish. You guys live streamed all your crimes. Of course the cops have everything.
Stories they had of me and Johnny, if y'all knew how badly they researched us, you would know it is not safe to stream in Japan anymore. It's not safe anymore, bro.
And apparently everyone stopped streaming in Japan now as well.
Bro, I mean, look at all the other IRL streamers. Is anybody else streaming in Japan? Sus is never going back to Japan. Homeless, I'm pretty sure, is probably...
So it worked. So it actually, so what they're saying is they are making a lesson out of Johnny, and it's working.
Never streaming in Japan again. Show quit. I don't know where the show went. Show disappeared. Show never came back. I don't know what happened to him. He streamed one time with Johnny, and that disappeared. Swimmer Nick got banned.
But then he was asked, when will Johnny be free?
When is Johnny going to be free?
FAFO, exactly.
You have to ask his lawyer, because I have no clue. My guess would be 2-ish to 6 months. He might be out of jail, but even then, is he going to want to stream? That's another question we got to talk about, chat. 2 to 6 months. Are you going to want to stream after that? Is his career... Y'all think Johnny's going to come out of jail ready to stream? I don't know. Even if Johnny gets out of jail, they're going to immediately deport his... I'm promise you guys, Johnny is probably going to be banned from Japan, bro.
Well, it seems like Johnny won't be out anytime soon. I do feel like once he's released, he'll be back at it again, doing the same antics, just not in Japan. Because yeah, sure, he might be sorry while he's in jail, but as soon as he's released and he's surrounded by his yes men in the chat, essentially just rooting for his own downfall, he's probably going to get back into his old roots fairly quickly. But clearly Japan is really cracking down on influencers who break laws for content there, because remember Phidias? We actually covered him a couple weeks ago because he was hitchhiking and freeloading off of the trains and essentially stealing train tickets and bus tickets and so on.
Hold on, let me put this on picture-in-picture.
Well, apparently the Japanese police are now charging him, but Phidias is already out of Japan, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. Phidias might actually not even be able to return to Japan without the fear of him getting arrested. So it really seems like Japan's taking out the trash. Good for them.
Good.
Okay. I guess I just don't find it to be a terribly compelling argument in the
nothing.
Hold on. Atosi also had an update on Miss Pink Sauce lady.
This is a self-proclaimed TikTok chef, and at the point of this interview, she'd just gone viral for shipping out a rotting sauce in the Florida heat with no preservatives, and what she's about to say to her customer will ruin her business forever.
You're not special.
I am left dumbfounded every time I see that clip, but when this happened, she essentially lost the respect of everyone who saw that clip. Then, to make things worse for the show, I guess, the host Karamo decided to back her and double down, and his image was also ruined in the same episode.
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay. And that's being real.
So I mean, that whole episode was just a 2-for-1 sale for delusional takes. But what happened next kind of surprised me, because Karamo actually deleted that episode from YouTube, or at least temporarily. They brought the customer alley back later on onto the show and apologized. And then they announced that, oh, by the way, Chef P, she just partnered with this massive sauce company, and now her pink sauce is in Walmarts nationwide. And that was just extremely confusing, because it seems like Chef P was just making terrible decision after terrible decision and taking colossal L's, but still was being rewarded for all that. And unfortunately for her, those terrible decisions just kept happening over and over again. Chef P, she received an opportunity of a lifetime, and all she had to do was make content promoting her new sauce that was not effed up. The sauce that was not rotting before it arrived to the customer.
Oh my God.
Look at this.
But what did she do? Absolutely not that. Apparently she couldn't do that, because not far into her new partnership, she went radio silent for months. And then out of nowhere, she made a video attacking the company that saved her business, claiming she now can't feed her kids because they haven't paid her. And at the same time, she also dropped a GoFundMe to raise money, where she made a bunch of wild accusations saying, I made a few mistakes on the way, which led me to trust a company that was trying to take everything away from me. They lied to me, they're not paying me, and are not being transparent about records. I have tried on multiple occasions to try and come to one accord with them, but they refuse to reimburse me for marketing expenses that I spent my own funds towards. I have been silenced and financially sabotaged. I am a single mom, and I do everything for my kids. Right now, I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food on my own. My mom is on disability and has been giving us $20 just to get by on a daily basis. School is a few days away, and I haven't been able to get my kids clothes or anything. I am currently facing an eviction that has gone into default. The sheriffs can come to my door any day now. I need legal help. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me. I don't know what else to do. I can't give up. I need help. And when a little time went by, it now seems like those were some absolute insane allegations that just seemed very misleading, to say the least. Because Dave's, they showed that they've paid her roughly $100,000 over the span of about 9 months. And the wildest part of this was they also claimed that Chef P cut ties with them when they didn't want to fund a $10,000 birthday party for her. And this is after she's taken tens of thousands of dollars of advances from Dave's Gourmet, and she hasn't really been promoting the sauce. And we thought the situation ended there, but her GoFundMe that she started, amongst other things, to, you know, get into a little legal battle with Dave's Gourmet, she raised over $20,000 thanks to an NBA player. But as you may guess, you know, after kind of lying about your business partner, allegedly, and you know, kind of threatening legal action with your business partner that has also absolutely saved your business. That was the
they're
final
now
nail in the
cutting
coffin
out.
for the
Yeah,
pink
they're
sauce,
cutting ties.
because shortly after, it seems like
Hey, Brad.
not only was the pink sauce put on clearance, but it was also removed from Walmart.
Well, if they're selling it like that, they're clearing inventory and they have no intention of restocking it. So, way to fail, Miss Pink Sauce Lady.
But this also seems somewhat
Chef
inevitable due to the
whoever.
poor performance of the sauce. It's hard to have a successful sauce company when you launch it the way that she did, and especially when you go onto national television and advertise it in the way that she did. Advertise it. Because, you know, sure, she got everyone talking about it, but she's the last business owner you really want to support when the business owner treats the customer like she did. So if she simply didn't become one of the most hated entrepreneurs in America by doing that, and simply did the basic work of actually promoting the sauce on her platform consistently, she wouldn't really have been here. But here we are. And from what I can tell, she hasn't sued Dave's Gourmet yet, but apparently she's now made a new sauce. A blue sauce this time. And
What?
she's using the
No.
exact same
What?
bottle she originally used when she shipped out the rotting pink sauce all across America. So that really leaves me with the question, will history repeat itself?
All right, y'all. So when
Probably.
I first started pouring, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so dark, but it tastes good.
Stop!
I didn't really like how it looked. Now,
No!
once I started pouring the one that had the lighter color, and oh my gosh, I was like, oh, this is it, right? But at the time, I was formulating a
It looks like paint. It looks like paint. Stop. Or like it'd be like sauce you'd see in a Star Wars film.
sauce. So I was like, you know, what's range of variation? Or what if somebody wants their sauce darker, but then the other person wants it lighter? Or what if they wanted to customize the entire hue of it?
At this point, she's just rolling with the Heinz Easy Squirt Sauce colors. If you remember
Yes!
those from the early 2000s.
I remember those.
Then that's
Actually, in all seriousness, I think I had that like once or twice, and it actually wasn't bad. But still, the condiments shouldn't look like that.
when I thought about it. Oh my gosh. I used the same freaking ingredient to make it lighter.
I think I had the
versus
purple.
darker. So why don't we alter something and give people the option to be able to alter them too? And yes, I'm doing a longer, fuller eating video because y'all really think that I don't consume my products, but I really, really do.
But likely marked up to an astronomical price because remember the sauce that was arriving rotting to people's doors? Well, that was apparently $20. But do you know what would make launching a sauce like this a whole lot easier? If she didn't burn
no.
down her manufacturer and distributor bridge. Because let's be real, if her rollout is anything like the first one, this is going to be a massive dumpster fire all over again.
Also, this gives y'all
Why?
option to do whatever you want. So if you consume dairy or if you're plant-based, you can still consume my products. If you like creamy stuff, if you like sweet stuff, I mean, there's so much.
Wait. What didn't her original sauce have dairy? I remember like it had egg yolk in there and had some kind of dairy, didn't it?
That you can do. But yes, honey, this is blue, and of course it is all naturally colored. And please don't mind the people talking in the background because I have children, but I am a working woman. And yes, this idea is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And thank you so much for my supporters. I love y'all.
I can tell, but she's not really making it look very appetizing though. And the last time she sold sauce out of her kitchen, she was literally shut down by the FDA. So this'll be interesting.
I'll tell you when I softened, because I knew something was wrong. Pay attention to your instinct.
She definitely has a lot in common with a TikTok psychic. I mean, she's even referencing her psychic instincts now. But she also dropped some marketing material for this blue sauce, which she's now apparently calling Lilac.
Why? Oh! What the fuck are you doing? No!
Okay.
Seriously. I thought I was a free speech absolutist, but no, screw it. Ban TikTok, delete it from everybody, ban it. I don't care anymore. I thought I was a libertarian on this type of issue. Screw it. Ban TikTok. TikTok is the bane of our existence. Ban it. I don't care. Take it off. Ban it.
I would guess this is promoting a weird rave club way before Sauce. And now she's posting stuff like, don't waste your time on revenge. The people who hurt you will eventually face their own karma. Then the top comment says, the hypocrisy is insane. And now, as you can see, she's spending her time dunking on her audience after saying that quote. But what does she even do if she wants to be successful again? I guess she has to get some sort of industrial kitchen. I guess kind of like the Pickle Girl. The Pickle Girl, she seemingly got her stuff together, got an industrial kitchen, and started doing things by the book. So, hey, she learned from her mistakes. Pink Sauce Lady, not quite yet. But she made things infinitely harder for her by just burning down the entire connection with Dave's Gourmet. All she had to do was promote the sauce and collect royalty checks. But instead now she's making weird videos where she's pouring Pepto into pasta and calling it a day. So it's really hard to see where this is going. But if you're lost and confused in this and you want to know how we actually got here, you can check out this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh my god. All right, I haven't actually watched this one. The Bored Ape.
Getting some UV burn and having it feel like.
I mean, there's nothing. All right, I'm gonna not deny it, but I do appreciate the Schadenfreude of crypto bros, having a self-owned situation. So let's listen in on this Bored Apes festival.
Like my eyes have been staring into the sun was definitely not on my bingo card for the Bored Ape Yacht Club Festival, but here we are. So this past weekend I flew out to Hong Kong to attend the Ape Fest, which is the festival of the largest NFT project out there created by Yuga Labs. I did this because I wanted to see what the event was like after articles surfaced around saying NFTs are officially worthless, and the fact that these NFTs have also lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases since the top of the last bull run. Oh, and then to add to that, the event was being thrown in Hong Kong instead of New York this year, so it was going to be interesting to see how many people actually showed up all the way out there. So last minute, I decided to go out there to figure out what an NFT festival looks like during a bear market in crypto. And I guess to give you guys the Bored Ape Yacht Club experience, but instead of yachts, there was a lot of queues. It might as well have been called the Bored Ape Waiting Club, or as we'll get into later, the Bored Ape Tanning Club. So day one, the event starts off in this really cool area on the island of Hong Kong where, to my understanding, was an old police barrack, and it's kind of been transformed into this art district now. I showed up and I was there for a couple hours, and I realized the entire point of this first part of the event was just to get your tickets and buy merch, and that took a couple hours.
Oh, good.
So my first impression was a little bit weird because the event didn't really feel exclusive, which is very confusing to me because the people who own Bored Ape Yacht Club tokens, they've spent tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands and in some cases millions of dollars on these JPEGs, right? Which gives them entry to this community and events like this. The only way to go to this event is if you own one or are +1. So to then have like the first impression of the event is, okay, here's your ticket. Now you can stand in line for an hour or so and buy merch, and then, oh, oops, sorry, the whole merch system's down, so you have to manually enter your card to be able to get merch, and oh, oops, sorry, you also have to wait here to pick up your merch for like an hour. The whole thing was just weird. And people were saying it was because too many people were trying to buy the merch at once, but every ticket was an NFT. They knew how many people were gonna be there. It's not like they couldn't have planned for this. Like, Yuga has made so much money off of the Bored Ape holders. The least they can do is invest in basic infrastructure to avoid very preventable mishaps. I mean, they didn't even go get the basic Toast or Stripe card tablets, you know, with a little chip reader. No, they had an iPad essentially, and you had to manually enter all all of your information, which is a large reason to why the lines were so long. So instead of enjoying the city of Hong Kong with other community members, they were essentially just stuck in line. This whole thing could have been prevented by doing like some online pre-order drop. Because I mean, then you would have at least known how many people bought the merch, and then you could give people the merch in a pain-free experience where they don't have to queue up for an hour just to get in there and then wait an additional hour just to actually get the merch. Like, come on, the Ace Family's festival, the Ace Fest, that was done on a whim in the middle of nowhere in a desert, and you could still buy the merch with your credit card. And that event was below $100 to get into. I just expected better from an event where essentially the floor of entry is like 10 grand, because that would be the...
To be honestly, the last con I went to was PAX East in Boston, and it was pretty smooth sailing, if I'm being honest. So, and before that, I think I went to PAX South in San Antonio, and that was also really straightforward. I was able to get merch. I was able to buy from a lot of the pop-up shops just fine. So, there is people who know how to run a con. So I'm not gonna chop this up to a typical con experience, in my opinion.
Cheapest mutant ape. But after that, I went back to the hotel and crashed due to my terrible jet lag, because Hong Kong, it's basically 12 hours ahead of the Eastern Standard Time that I'm used to. So after that, I woke up and went to the first actual event that wasn't a merch drop. And I say like actual event, like an event that was hosted by Yuga, because they had this whole decentralized event concept where you had a bunch of community members creating their own events, essentially like side quests to the main event, which I think is a really cool concept, because then you can kind of go hang out with the people that have the same niche interests as you within that community. I thought that was really cool. But the first event that wasn't, I guess, picking up your tickets and a merch drop was some party where you could see like the whole island of Hong Kong, which was a really cool location, and that was a good night. I had a great time. It was an open bar. You had a great view, and just run around and talk to people all night. Everyone there was super nice. Everyone kind of treated everyone like family. So it was a good vibe there. I met a local who goes by the name of Subvert, and he made this like essential food list for Hong Kong, and he was just passing it out to everyone. It was, I don't know, it was really cool. And I actually went through a bunch of his recommendations, and I'm grateful he did that, because that definitely increased my food experience in Hong Kong.
Nice.
And at that party, I realized this is kind of like an NFT bro VidCon or Vid Summit.
I mean, in fairness, usually the hole-in-the-wall places tend to have like really good food. Well, no, they can have, but the problem is like it's like an extreme. The hole-in-the-wall joint that looks skeezy can either have food that's really, 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 really bad, but also food that's really, 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 really good. There's rarely an in-between there. At least in my experience.
In the way where you talk to all these people online, but once a year you actually get to hang out with them for like 2 to 3 days. But Saturday came around, the day of the face melting event. Literally, my eyes are still kind of aching as we speak.
So like the surface is a little bit irritated.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like if you walk through like a desert-like environment for a couple hours.
I don't think that tweet's real, but it's still pretty funny. But this day just turned out to be an absolute disaster from the organizers aspect as well. So Saturday started off as another merch drop, but this time it's a collaboration with Babe. So on my way there, I didn't really know what to expect, because I was unsure if it was going to look like Soho in 2016, where you had all the hype beasts lined up outside of the Supreme drop. Well, that's apparently exactly how it was, because it seems like they just tried to make that line as long as possible by the way they structured the entire event. Because they were really quick to bust out like the professional cameras to film the long line. But I guess that's the game, because obviously they're going to use the footage of a line wrapping around the block to promote future events. So day 2, the Bored Apes were treated like cattle yet again instead of exclusive members.
So it's been 3 hours, and we were just
Devin, I don't want to talk about it.
That line over there to a new line, and they said, congratulations, we made it.
In my opinion, it just sets a very bad standard. Like a high-end country club, which costs about the same to join, they would never have members waiting hours upon hours for anything. But hey, I guess don't worry. They handed out bananas and water. So either way, it was interesting to experience the Bored Ape Standing in Line Club. But just like almost all my other videos, it gets so much worse because I was about to join the Bored Ape Tanning Club. I ended up showing up about an hour late to this main event because I did not want to stand in any more lines at this point. The event was in this old shipping hangar on the outside of the city. The only problem was it wasn't really marked at all. It was extremely hard to find this thing. So I was very lost, just kind of wandering around trying to follow the music in this abandoned shipping hangar to figure out where's the entry. And honestly, I was extremely worried about accidentally Johnny Somaling myself by trespassing by accident.
I feel like it's not marked at all where the hell this place is.
I don't know if I'm in the right spot. There's a dog barking. Yo, this is so, like, I hear music, but like,
This is not it. This is delivery.
So I then aborted the mission and went back to the main road and started asking people, where's this event?
Well, apparently, I was on the wrong side of the building.
I then finally found a security personnel who kind of guided me in the right direction.
I'm so confused. I'm assuming it's in here, but like, there's no way
No, this is behind the party. So after about 10 more minutes or so of wandering, I found the Ace Fest. I mean the Bored Ape Yacht Club. But I finally found the Ape Fest, and this is what it looked like. Walking in, you have a whole bunch of like food stands, you have the main stage, and going into the left, you had this like large social space where you had a couple bars set up, you had some social games, you had like darts, you had pool, you had that one game where, you know, you have that wooden table and you like slide stuff across it. No idea what it's called, but that was there as well. And you had a whole bunch of people socializing. Oh, and then I almost forgot as well. So in this like large social room, on the back end of it, you had this makeshift toilet room, which becomes relevant later on in this video. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a cool location and a fun spot to hang out with friends. Only problem is, as you may have seen from Twitter, there was something seriously wrong with the lighting. So much so that a bunch of people got sent to the hospital with severe UV burns to their eyes.
What the
And I
hell?
had very mild exposure compared to a lot of the other people, and I was wearing glasses that have some sort of UV protection in them, and my eyes still.
What the hell kind of lighting did they have? What? What? Did they have the power of the sun shining in that area?
Hurt. But the speculations were a little bit all over the place at the start because a bunch of people in the middle of the night were like, my eyes are aching. So the first speculation was, is it from the bubbles they were releasing from the stage? But that wouldn't explain the skin burns people had. But then a somewhat viral tweet within the community from the Crypto Burb said, posting that in the hope that my friends suffering from the same issue realize they need medical attention ASAP. Read full. Thanks for the great Ape Fest logistics, guys, at Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club. Incredible event and met plenty of amazing people. Still, as dozens of others, I've almost lost sight this night. I'm being taken care of by doctors now and have only good intentions writing this post. To all my friends who suffer now, go get your eyes checked. You've likely most literally got your eyes burned by UV like I did, which requires medications, eye drops, eye protection, antibiotics, and specialist care. Don't ignore this health hazard. Without proper treatment, it may cause long-lasting vision impairment and other serious damage. To the organizers, for the communication and awareness reasons, it would be fair to put together an official statement with recommendations what to do, as dozens of people you care about were exposed to serious health hazards and lots of suffering. You're good guys, so it should be easy for you to recognize the seriousness of it. Much love. And another person was tweeting out, anyone else's eyes burning from last night woke up at 3 in the morning with extreme pain and ended up in the ER. I saw a couple reports, but just trying to figure out if there was a common thread. Then you have another one. Woke up in the middle of the night after Ape Fest with so much pain in my eyes that I had to go to the hospital. I've seen several tweets about it. Doctor told me it was due to the UV from stage lights. I go to festivals often, but have never experienced this. I try to understand how it could happen that
They use greenhouse lighting?
almost 1,000 people were made blind. It seems like the lamps were not safe and come from AliExpress. Then the Twitter user Crypto finally found this, where she said, regarding bored apes with eye injuries from Ape Fest 6 years ago in Hong Kong, Hypebeast had a party. Third-party contractors installed disinfecting UV lights instead of stage lights, and people had similar eye injuries, burning blindness, photokeratitis. It's possible this happened. How do you pronounce that word? Probably butchered it. I don't know. And this is a video I made from the airport roughly 48 hours after the event.
This area just feels sunburnt. I was not out in the sun. This is definitely not on my bingo card for covering the Bored Ape event. And this is like, what, 48 hours after? Very odd experience.
So it seems like this was the room that was doing a lot of the damage. That was that makeshift toilet room I was talking about earlier. Now it's unclear if there was multiple spots that had lights that were burning.
Oh my God.
People, but I was definitely not up against the stage. Nor was I inside the other side's booth.
Oh my God.
There were other people reporting they also had similar burns. But as you saw, I was inside that mutant ape toilet room. And it's now about 24 hours since I filmed that phone video from the airport, and I still have a slight ache inside my eyes. But I do want to say I feel way better now than what I did just 24 hours ago. But either way, definitely an unexpected outcome of this event. But Yuga responded to all of this saying, "Apes, we're aware of the eye-related issues that have affected some of the attendees of Ape Fest and have been proactively reaching out to individuals since yesterday to try to find the potential root causes. Based on our estimates, we believe that much less than 1% of those attending and working the event had these symptoms. While nearly everyone has
much less than 1%,
we encouraged anyone who feels them to seek medical attention just in case." Well, I hope they make another statement. I also believe they're downplaying this massively because I talked to like 10 people who had symptoms, and one of the guys on my flight home was in serious pain from all of this. That's not just an oopsie. That's a massive problem, especially at an event where it's like a $10,000 floor just to get into it. This is just not something you expect from an event like that. But they did actually respond again since I recorded the previous bit by saying on Twitter, "On Sunday, November 5th, Yuga Labs began to receive reports that some Ape Fest attendees and staff experienced eye pain, vision issues, or skin irritation following the Saturday night community event. These reports were and
all right,
continue
Linux,
to
I'll
be
check it out.
deeply concerning to us. We immediately reached out to impacted attendees to learn of their symptoms and to direct our investigation. Simultaneously, we commenced a investigation that included a thorough review of inventory records, material logs, and spec sheets, including paint and lighting, interviewing contractors who provided and built ApeFest installations, and conducting testing and on-site inspections. This comprehensive investigation, undertaken in collaboration with Jack Morton Worldwide, the global brand experience agency that produced ApeFest 2023, has determined that UVA-emitted lights installed in one corner of the event was likely the cause of the reported issues related to the attendees'
Okay, they say UVA, but Sean, you said UVA is fine. It's UVB lighting that's the problem.
Eye and skin. We acknowledge that members of the community and general public have suggested a similar conclusion, and we appreciate the patience of the community as we gathered evidence to support this determination. We continue to encourage anyone experiencing symptoms to seek medical attention and share these findings with their medical provider. We also ask that anyone impacted to direct message us at Bored Ape Yacht Club. Community is the heart of Yuga, and the purpose of ApeFest is to bring the community together in real life. We are saddened this incident has detracted from the experience of ApeFest attendees. Along with Jack Morton, we're committed to supporting the recovery of anyone affected. Okay, that was a way better response than the original one when they were essentially like, well, only 1% were affected by this. This was definitely a disastrous, unexpected outcome of this event, though. Overall, I mean, I still enjoyed myself because of the people I met at the event, but come on, Yuga. The 3 main events had massive problems. It shouldn't take 5+ minutes to check out 2 days in a row when there's like 1,000 people in line. And then it's obviously a given, but guests shouldn't be exposed to carcinogenic UV lighting at a party. But I'm gonna be real and say the turnout was way greater than expected, even though the event was all the way out in Hong Kong. And I had a lot of fun exploring Hong Kong because it was the first time I was ever in Asia. But anyway, that was my experience of the Bored Ape Tanning Festival, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
All right. Okay, so to completely pivot, I was gonna save this for later this week, I guess, but I mean, since we're here and since I don't want to know anything more about the Cowboys because they're laying an egg right now against the freaking Bills. For those of you who are here, I've known about this for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and spill the beans now. That there is a full-length feature film / documentary that's being funded by sovereign citizens or American state nationals. And they have released I don't want to say a developer diary, but like a 3-part inside look into this. And I want you guys to check it out with me. Make sure that you guys can see it. This is, I believe, the director of the movie.
Welcome everyone. I'm so glad you've decided to join us. My name is Sarah Kanafani and I am the producer and director of the upcoming film known as Birthright, which is going to be going over everything that we talk about in this presentation in a documentary format for the masses to see. And I am here in
Okay, so it's a documentary. Okay.
Paris. I'm actually dropping my daughter off here for school, and I am at the Luxembourg Gardens. Gorgeous gardens. Actually, there's a little miniature Statue of Liberty here, so I thought, what a perfect place for me to come and do this, since there's really nothing in France about America except for our Statue of Liberty. I'm going to be doing a 3-part series to basically show you how our once beautiful republic known as the United States for America was changed into a corporation and became the all caps United States Incorporated, and what that means to you and your freedom, and just how much we have lost over these decades and decades. I'm glad that you've decided to join us to reclaim your freedom, to figure out why we are seeing such corruption in our country. What happened to the good old days? Where did those go? Have we ever had any freedoms? Do we have any freedoms?
What good old days are she talking about?
I'm also going to show you how you can go about correcting your status, learning your standing, so that you can get back to the sovereign birthright that you were intended to have from the moment that you were conceived, the moment that you took your first breath of God's great air, and the moment that you put your foot on God's green, or in my case, brown, because I live in a desert, earth. So come along with me, and I'll give you a little bit of some history lesson that you don't really hear about in school. Stay tuned.
Oh, look at the disclaimer! Oh, here we go. The information contained here is not intended to be a source of legal advice. You should not rely on the statements or representations made by the presenters. The purpose of this workshop is to give guidance and educate the community how to be self-reliant members of the Constitutional Republic of the United States of America, and essentially strongly recommended that you do no research, reserve the right to assemble and peacefully without trespass.
Did you know that we the people were never meant to submit to statutory law? Do you know
Oh, yeah?
what statutory law is? If not, after watching this presentation, you sure
Oh,
will.
no.
Did you know that millions of Americans are coming together to lawfully return to their sovereign rights by gaining knowledge and discovering their standing as our forefathers intended we the people to have? You now have the chance to do the same. So whatever happened to our rights, and what are the truths they don't want you to know?
So as we go on this journey, I'm going to tell you things
Who's they?
that are new, that impact directly your everyday life. As we study our history, we actually learn that we don't really know what freedom was like. We think we're free, but that is sometimes the best way to keep a group of people enslaved, is for them to believe that they're free, right? I mean, think about it. Is there anything in your life that doesn't involve the government? I mean, aside from breathing. But then again, over the last few years,
in my everyday life, when I wake up and do what I gotta do, government isn't involved. Government is not at the forefront of my head. I wake up, get in my car, drive to work, do my thing, drive home. The only times I can think of where government is in my head is tax time and when I need to renew my license and renew my registration. Those are the only real time, like, those are the only real times that government is somehow at the forefront of my brain, and those are the most common elements. Those are the most common aspects. I'm not getting stopped by the cops every single day. I'm not getting harangued by a civil code, an ordinance code inspector. I'm not like, I am free to walk out of my house and go to Wawa, get some food, come back. I'm free to go to a local pub, have a drink, come back. I'll go to a restaurant. I'll go to Walmart if it's open. Without the government being at the forefront of my brain. What is she talking about?
They even had a hand in that, didn't they? By putting a mask over our mouths and nose.
Oh my fucking god!
Isn't it interesting that Keanu
Sorry, I'm
Reeves
cursing.
once said the truth.
Oh god! Oh shut! Oh god! These guys are such clowns. I honestly think that's a made-up quote. That Keanu Reeves said that Matrix was a documentary. I'm either that's made up, or he was memeing. He was placating the meme.
Was a documentary.
No, it wasn't.
The Constitution promised a Republican form of government, but the Congress, administration, and news call us a democracy daily. We feel our rights slipping away.
We're a representative democracy. We're all a republic. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Lockdowns, mask mandates, the removal of the Patient Bill of Rights during a health emergency. How is this happening in the land of the free? How about the unconstitutional treatment of the January 6 prisoners, deeming them guilty until proven innocent instead of innocent until...
No, they did stupid crap, and a lot of them were found guilty or pled guilty. So, oh god, of course she's being salty about it.
Guilty. The courts are a playground for judicial activism while providing lip service to your rights or outrageously stating that the Constitution has no place in the judge's courtroom. What world are we living in? I had a chance to visit the Versailles Palace in France, and all I could think about was how these kings and queens ruled over the people, with a heavy hand I might add, the peasantry and the commoners. The people were made subjects to the...
Are you actually comparing America today to the pre-revolutionary French? Are you high?
The king, when the king's wealth was actually acquired and built off the backs of the people. We are all kings and queens, and yet for generations and in every country, the people have been deprived of so many of their natural God-given rights by rules and restraints placed on them. For instance, back during this time, if you were starving and you came across a deer that you wanted to hunt for food, and it happened to be on the king's land, and you hunted this deer without paying a tribute to the king, you and your family would be killed. The natural right to feed oneself was controlled by the authoritative figure of that time.
And oh wait, are you actually oh my god, is she actually going to equate a hunting license to that notion of property rights back then? Oh boy.
Has anything really changed since then? Don't you need a license to hunt? A license to fish?
Oh my god.
Do you pay for these licenses? You see, nothing new is under the sun. The transaction just goes to a different entity. The Founding Fathers wanted to break free from the tyrannical rule of the king. They had a deep knowledge of history, law, philosophy, and religion. They set this country up to function independently without the heavy hand of an overlord. So what happened? Why have we lost what was once set up so beautifully? Well, due to the deliberate suppression of our educational system, most of us have nowhere near the knowledge our founders used to figure out how to construct or keep a free society.
And it is because of this lack of knowledge that we find ourselves in this situation today. So it is my goal for me to provide some type of newfound knowledge so that we can find our way out of this matrix and provide remedy for our country and ourselves today.
So what even is law? What is it that our structure is really based upon? Let's start at the beginning. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, we read,
Oh my God.
And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. He said to have dominion over the fish of the sea. Well, this is our water jurisdiction.
Oh God.
And
Oh God, no!
That is our air jurisdiction. And over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. This is our land jurisdiction. In the beginning, God gave us dominion over the land, air, and water. Put this in an acronym, and what do you get? Law.
That's not what... No! Stop! Law isn't an acronym. Come on!
So basically,
no, it's not!
Law is land, air, and water. So what does this mean, and how does it apply to us today?
Land is your title and rights, and it is comprised of your securities, investments, homes, automobiles, precious metals, gems, and other tangibles. The air is your trust and minor estate, your trust indentures, and your...
How are you delineating this? In what fashion? This sounds so arbitrary.
Wills. Water is contract.
Oh my God.
Commerce. It's your agreements, your loans, your purchases, banking, insurance, etc. These are the three juris of law. When you know this, you know you're standing in law.
You see, most people believe that there's only one law and it applies to everybody. But actually, there are two branches of law. One is constructive law and one is known as natural law.
Constructive law is also known as statute law. It is any law that man has made and is often referred to as the color of law. These laws are not universal as they change from state to state or country to country.
For instance, it's unlawful to murder in any country. Those laws are going to stay the same no matter where you go. That's known as a natural law.
No, but even the states differentiate between what is first-degree murder, capital murder, second-degree murder, third-degree murder. The states differentiate between types of murder as defined under their code. So even that's not correct. First-degree murder, second-degree murder, third-degree murder can differ between state to state.
But a statutory or constructive law is something like a speed limit, where the law change from country to country, state to state, province to province. Those aren't natural laws, they're statutory laws.
Where do we find early existence of constructive or statute law? Through Roman civil law, which was tyrannical in nature. Roman civil law was a system of law developed when countries started engaging in trade with one another. The merchant ships adopted processes applicable to the enforcement of contracts.
But the U.S. is derived, the U.S. law, as we understand it, is derived from the English common law, which itself has its own unique, what's called common law. But that doesn't mean that the English never adopted some level or some form of civil statutes or civil law. Oh my God.
Corporations in the trading system. This became known as the law of the sea, admiralty law, maritime law, merchant law, and contract law. Much of our finance and trading language uses admiralty terms. For instance, we call our money currency. We also say water currency. We talk about as an establishment. There are...
You mean water currents? Not currency, current. No. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die if I
riverbanks.
keep watching this.
We talk about cash flow. Well, the flow of water. How about
Oh
the
my
saying,
God.
don't get yourself into hot water? Or
Oh
don't
my
get
God!
Dock. This is where a defendant stands in court. You also place evidence in a docket. Any word ending in ship, partnership, membership, township, dictatorship, you get the idea. This type of law must have 2 or more corporate entities contracting with each other for jurisdiction. It was designed for corporations only, not for government, and definitely not for people. It was brought to shore to overthrow natural law, which again is universal, meaning it does not change from country to country.
Technically, constructive law is not law at all. It's a bunch of statutes, codes, ordinances with the force of law. The police, other administrative government entities, they can enforce it because it is actually known as the color of law. And you and I think it is law, looks like law, sounds like law, we're made to believe it's law.
It is law.
Guess what? It's not really law at all.
Governments began to implement the statutory law by issuing codes, regulations, ordinances, and statutes for control of the people and their property.
It was intended to provide uniformity and to make it easier for the people to be able, for the layman to actually read and understand the laws that are in place.
Property. Have you ever seen a flag in a government building, courtroom,
Oh, no.
and so forth, surrounded by the gold fringe?
Gold fringe!
Well, interesting enough, when pirates would seize other ships, they'd place the captured flag under their own flag with fringe present. That
Oh my God.
signified a captured flag. So now when you see a flag with gold fringe, it signifies that the court or agency has been captured and is operating under statute or admiralty law.
So let's talk about the hierarchy of law. When our republic was first started, it was God at top, we the people, and then our public servants under us to protect and defend our freedom and our rights.
The legislative, judicial, and administrative were to act as trustees protecting and upholding our Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta has no basis in the American system. Hell, only one. Well, I think only one piece of the Magna Carta is still valid in the United Kingdom today. Like all the rest of it was like overturned. And furthermore, the Magna Carta was for the barons. It wasn't for the peasantry. It wasn't for the common man. The Magna Carta secured rights only for the barons. So even why are you relying on the Magna Carta?
And as a matter of fact, did you know that in these documents, it states the federal government were to provide 19 services to we the people and no more? It also specifically defined what those services were, so there were no
You mean Article 1?
should the government try to enforce more. That was their assignment. Those were their boundaries.
So do you think today that they provide those 19 services? Well,
What
yeah,
services?
and then some. How about 7,000? 7,000 services that we the people did not authorize nor give them permission to do. So who
They were authorized through the elected representatives who were elected by the people. The people elected those representatives who in turn passed laws to give those alleged 7,000 pieces of what is she talking
they're
about?
outside their boundaries?
Not only have they overstepped their boundaries of the number of services they should be
Oh my
providing,
God, the organic law.
has been removed and the people have been placed at the bottom of the chain of authority.
So did you know that there is now a corporation that is known as the all caps United States
No, it doesn't. No, it's fake.
Inc. and also the White House Incorporated that is now
The White House
governing
is
the
incorporated?
masses of the United States of America. So when, how, and why did we get to incorporating the United States? So there were different ways of how we became incorporated, but the most notable one was through the Organic Law Act of 1871.
That did not do what she said it did. The Organic Act of 1871 simply established a governing body for the District of Columbia. That's it.
We went from a sovereign we the people to the all caps United States citizen. So is there a difference between a sovereign and a citizen? You bet there is, and I'll show you how.
What do you think the word citizen means? Did you know that just by
Your
changing
mom.
the all-cap C to a lowercase c, the meaning changes? The 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens. It was ratified July 9th, 1868. However, the 14th Amendment was never properly adopted by the states.
Oh my God.
By the president. This
Yes, it
amendment
was!
was a trap. Instead of declaring
And now we're seeing the white supremacist roots of sovereign citizen BS because they really, 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 really do not like the 13th and 14th Amendments. That's why they cite to, the real 13th Amendment was to take away citizenship from lawyers, and the 14th Amendment turned us into the all caps name. They really don't like the 13th and 14th Amendments. I wonder why.
that all men and women of any color, race, or religion as having unalienable rights, they took all persons and made them subjects with privileges. For more information, you may want to read Ann Vandersteel's Epic Times article included with your invitation to this event.
So what does the Supreme Court say about the 14th Amendment?
In the
Your mom.
1873 U.S. versus Anthony, the term resident and citizen with that lowercase c of the United States is distinguished from a citizen with the uppercase c of one of the several states, in that the former is a special class of citizen created by Congress.
That is, a citizen of the United States with a lowercase c is a creation of the state created by administrative action.
In 1936, Wheeling Steel Corp versus Fox. Therefore, the U.S. citizens residing in
Oh my God, this is bull. All right, I'm gonna let.
Well, getting some UV burn and having it feel like my eyes have been staring into the sun.
Shut up. Hold on. Hold on. $298 US 193. Here's the overview. The corporation's general offices were located in Wheeling, West Virginia, with sales offices in other states. Most of the sums spent by the corporation in the conduct of his business were outside West Virginia, but all monies were controlled and expenditures were directed by the Wheeling office, Wheeling in West Virginia. At the time of the tax assessment, the corporation had sums on deposit in West Virginia. On appeal, the court held that the constitutional authority of West Virginia to tax the accounts receivable and the bank deposits could not be denied upon the ground that they were taxable solely in Delaware. Because from the Wheeling office proceeded the items deposited and there the withdrawals were directed and controlled, there was no sufficient basis for concluding that the bank accounts were properly attributable to the corporation at any other place other than its general office at Wheeling. The corporation failed to show that in laying the tax, West Virginia transcended the limits of its jurisdiction and thus deprived the corporation of property without due process of law. The record disclosed no discrimination of which the corporation was entitled to complain. In other words, from what it sounds like, what the appellate court said is that because that notwithstanding that the corporation's sums, the corporation's money was spent outside of the state of West Virginia, because the general business office where they had all their accounts receivable and their sums and their bank deposits were in West Virginia could tax the corporation based upon those accounts. And what is she saying here? Oh, she doesn't even cite the godforsaken All right, let's see if this quote's in here. I can't gift them. I know I saw that I could gift them, Mandy, but I don't see where I could in the in my studio. Hold on. I could do that in the chat. No, I can't. I can't on my end. All right. I can't, Mandy. I can't. I click on the dollar sign and I can't. It only it says I could send a super sticker or a super chat. Anyway, moving on. All right, let me see if it. Let's see if this actual quote. The quote that she has here. Therefore, the U.S. citizens residing in one of the states of the union are classified as property and franchises of the federal government as an individual entity. All right, let me see here. And oh wait, Control F. Individual. So no, that quote is fake. The quote does not exist anywhere about entity. Nope, doesn't exist. Willing Steel Corp versus Fox. Nope. Union. How about that? That's quoting Union Refrigerator. Union Refrigerator. It's quoting a union, another court case. So this quote that she has here is fake. Doesn't exist in Wheeling Steel Corp versus Fox at all. So she's full of it.
One of the states of the Union are classified as property and franchises of the federal government as an individual entity. They classified us as property and a franchise. Sounds a little corporate to me.
Another interesting word is the word person. We've been conditioned to use it, but what does it actually mean? What does the U.S. Supreme Court have to say about it?
In 1941, United States versus Cooper Corporation, the term person does not include the sovereign people, and that statutes not employing the phrase are ordinarily construed to exclude it. In 1979, the Church of Scientology versus U.S. Department of Justice stated, the word person in legal terminology is perceived as a general word which normally includes in its scope a variety of entities other than human beings. Interesting. Statute definitions in the state corporate code, and I want to bring your attention
to
thank
you for the super sticker.
Says, the word person includes individuals, children, firms, associations, joint adventures, partnerships, estates, trusts, business trusts, syndicates, fiduciaries, corporations, and all other groups or combinations. Notice that it does not list man or woman. They are
oh my God! Oh, isn't that convenient?
The expression of one thing is the exclusion of another. It is not what it does not say. A person, by their own definition, is an entity, but not a living man or woman. So as you can see that we have been hoodwinked into believing that constructive or statutory law is not actually law. It is the color of law. We get our law from God, and this gives us the right to reign or have dominion over the land, air, and water. It also gives us the dominion to rule over government. What one creates, one controls. But government went outside their boundaries, ignoring the 19 service limits by creating more, incorporating itself, and switching us from sovereigns who control government to municipal servants known as citizens who are controlled by government.
Oh my God.
Down and backwards.
So how has the government been able to do this? Well,
your mom.
The use of contracts. This is something we will explore in our next presentation. You won't want to miss it.
I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't put you guys through this. This is gonna kill me if I actually watch the rest of this crap. So I'm going to end it there. The Cowboys are playing like shit. I'm roasting in that stupid ass sweater. I'm burning my Cowboys sweatshirt. I'm burning it on the flag. I'm burning it like I'm gonna burn the all caps gold fringe flag. I can't deal with this anymore. Hello, dimmer. What else can I do? Uno mas what? I can't. This is it. I can't deal with this anymore.
What are you guys doing down here?
77, not simple with
Nothing anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
77.
So, what were you arguing about?
Okay.
We're not. We're fine.
Well, no, you were because I got a call that you were. So, I mean.
2673.
What's his name?
Steven?
Steven, where'd he go?
I don't know. He ran, I guess, when he said it like the Hawks. So he ran. He's already been arrested.
How'd you get here?
From him?
Okay. What's he driving?
This.
Oh, this? Okay.
To make sense of things, the woman in question is 34-year-old Ashley, who was involved in a heated argument with her boyfriend Steven, causing shop owners to call the cops. But why this argument escalated would only be revealed once the officers talked to Steven himself.
Steven have a cell phone number that I can talk to him? Do you know it?
Yeah, I do.
What's his phone number? I'll give him a call.
It's 6.
You guys boyfriend, girlfriend, married?
No.
No?
I'm leaving.
No. Are you and Steven boyfriend, girlfriend?
No. I'm leaving.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, I'm here with Ashley, I guess. So what's going on? You just arguing or what? Because I'm getting calls that you guys were. Yeah, she needs to rest some of this off. So. Okay. So are you guys like you dating or what? Do you know how to...
Devin, I don't need updates, okay? I don't need updates right now, okay? Thank you. Devin, I'm gonna put you in timeout. I hate you.
Yeah, so you gotta go to Bartow. Gotta go to Bartow and actually file for an eviction at the courthouse. And then, so it takes a little bit of time. It takes about 30 days, and then they will, the sheriffs will come and serve her for that, and then she'll have to leave. But you can only do that at the courthouse. So the sooner you do that, the better off you are. Look, she's been cooperative. She's not in trouble, but I mean, I don't want her walking around, in this state. So, but just look, man, you're not in any trouble. You can just come on back and we'll, figure this out. Or you can hang out, whatever you're gonna do, whatever you want to do.
I don't know.
Apparently, Steven wished to evict her, and this was the basis for the argument in the first place. Things would only get more heated once he arrived on the scene.
What do you mean? I don't think this is necessary.
It isn't, but that's what was
No.
called. Actually, can you listen? That's what
I
was
am
caused.
listening.
These guys have better shit to deal with than.
No shit. My whole
now-
family is the cops.
Relax.
I don't really need that.
Come stand back over here for me. Come stand back over here. I don't want you guys being as close. Stand back over here for me.
I want a cigarette. Do you ever see that? Well, we watch cops all the time.
All right,
And the bitch is like, I want a cigarette.
All right.
Actually, I do want a cigarette.
All right, just hang tight and you can smoke like a chimney here in a minute.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I want a cigarette. Or give me a vape. I don't care. Just give me a vape. Just give me your vape. I don't need a cigarette. Okay, I'll sit down. Just give me a vape. That's fine. I really hate this.
Well, you're not even, I don't even think you're close to your house. You live in Bartow.
Yeah, well, are you driving us to Bartow?
Am I what?
Are you driving us to Bartow?
No. I'm not driving you anywhere.
Uber does that, babe.
Fuck Uber.
I can't even do this anymore. I can't even watch this video anymore.
No,
I'm
get
that
along with
irritated. I'm
cops.
that
My whole
annoyed.
family is cops.
Okay, well.
Well, there is those dicks, though. I can't lie.
These guys
So
are
listen.
being nice. Stop.
Listen.
Shut up, Steven.
I can't have you. I can't have you guys arguing out here in public. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not right now, but I got a call that you were, so that's why I'm here.
The what?
I got a call that you were arguing out here, which is why I had to show up. You understand that?
Yeah, not
Okay.
now, right? We already
you're
did
not-
this.
Yep,
We're
you're
done?
not arguing now. But listen, you guys cannot be out here walking around, especially in your state. Okay? You can hardly stand.
I already know that.
Okay.
I know my fuck ups, and I don't know too. And I do. I know that I should be.
All right, I'm all right, we're done. Because of you guys in the chat are trolling the shit out of me right now. I'm actually legit triggered. So good night, guys. Have a good night. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. But yeah. Congratulations. You pissed me off enough to I want to quit. So all right. Have a good night. Take care, guys. Appreciate you guys coming on the watch. And I will see you next time. Take care. Adios. Bye. Bye. Bye.